Hey guys, it's John, and welcome to part 5 of my Wonder Woman collection. Lynda Carter. What can I say about Lynda Carter that hasn't been said before? In those 3 short seasons, she changed my life. As the character of Diana Prince, she was likable, she was relatable, she was down to earth, and visually speaking, the embodiment of Wonder Woman. As an adult, when I watch the show, I can easily pick out the stunt people, the strings pulling Rover, the doll and the invisible jet, but as a kid, this was reality TV, because it was that real. My favorite season of the show was hands down the first season, which was set during World War II. It was the most consistent season in terms of concept and writing. In 2009, I had the distinct pleasure of meeting Lynda Carter at a Barnes & Noble. I always have these clever things I'm going to say to famous people when I meet them. But then when I'm in that moment, it's usually just a mousy hi. Considering that the show was only on for such a short time, the impact that she left was bigger than gigantic. For most people, she is the go-to image when you say the words Wonder Woman. In 2015, Hallmark created this musical holiday ornament that plays the theme song from the TV show. They did a really nice job on it. As a former Charlie's Angels collector, I can tell you that the amount of merchandise that was made for that show versus the Wonder Woman TV show, it's slim pickings. There's not a whole lot that was made back in the 70s for the show, which is kind of odd. I don't quite understand why it is that way. They made these 3 puzzles, they made the Mego doll, they also have these 2 puzzles with Lynda's picture, but there just was not a lot of merchandise made. Phil Jimenez drew this beautiful portrait of Lynda Carter for me at a show. I just love it. Here's some more items from my Lynda Carter collection. Obviously, the Wonder Woman 77 comic book is a lot of fun. It's great to see new adventures from the show. I love these iron-ons that I'm showing you right now. I had this one and the one right to the left of it as a kid. I used to wear them everywhere. There's a framed art piece that I got off of eBay. Obviously, that's bootleg. From my favorite episode, too, the last of the $2 bills. Don't they do a terrific job capturing Lynda's likeness on the cover of these books? And there she is, the item that started my adult collecting, the 12-inch Mego doll with Lynda's picture on the box. Just gorgeous. I had heard the story was that Mego did not have permission to use Lynda Carter's picture on the box, and when I guess they were confronted about it, they simply just took her picture off the box. Very shady behavior. I love this statue. It was made a year or so ago, bootleg, of course, but Lynda's likeness is spot on. They really did a nice job on it. We used stencils to paint these stars on the walls in very similar fashion to the poster from 1977. And I made a cool transition piece from my childhood and Lynda Carter to the new Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot. Can you believe it's less than 200 days until Gal's solo Wonder Woman movie comes out? Oh, I can't wait. I'm so excited for this movie. You should never try and wish time away. I wish it was June, like right now. The very first time I ever saw Gal Gadot in her Wonder Woman costume was during San Diego Comic-Con. It was the very first promo picture we ever saw of her, and I did not have a good reaction to it at all. And the reason was they had applied this, we'll call it a brown filter, to the image. So from the tip of her head all the way down to the bottom of her boots, everything is brown. And every ounce of color in her beautiful costume was completely muted. And it was just a horrific sight for me to see, being such a costume freak about Wonder Woman. Of course, in reality, the beautiful reds, the gold, and the blue, they were all captured in Batman v Superman and very consistent with what Batman and Superman were wearing. You know, the tone is a little dark in the movie, so the colors are muted. They're not the primary colors that we're used to seeing, on Lynda Carter. So the moral of the story is I overreacted, and hey, it is what it is. Can you believe all of the merchandise that got made with Gal in Batman v Superman? It blows my mind to this day. I remember saying to friends, I thought have an action figure and maybe one other thing, and that'd be it. The merchandising gods, if you will, they hooked us up big time. She's on everything. It's just incredible. I have 2 giant display cabinets that you're seeing right now, and they're all just full of merchandise from this movie. And when you think about it, her role in that movie is small. I mean, she's in what, 25 minutes of that movie? I love when she makes her first appearance in the movie, in costume, saving Batman. Ugh, I can watch that scene over and over again. It's just the most amazing entrance. The theme music they chose is fantastic, and she just kicked all kinds of ass. They really, really did a fantastic job. A lot of people have mixed reviews about that movie. I loved it. I'm not going to lie. I really, really loved it. I saw it 3 times opening weekend. I have it in every format imaginable on home video. It's on HBO right now. I watch it whenever it's on. It's just a fun movie. I mean, I'm a DC fan. I love these characters. I've grown up with these characters, even Superman and Batman. And it's just really, really exciting to see the 3 of them in live action together on the screen together. It's just amazing. 2017 is really going to be a fantastic year. We're getting Wonder Woman in not 1, but 2 movies. Her solo movie comes out in June. The Justice League movie comes out in November. This is going to be insanely fun. I can't wait for it all to get here. And the thing that I'm the most excited about, the more exposure that Wonder Woman is getting from, Batman v Superman and then her solo movie and Justice League, it's just bringing Wonder Woman to the forefront of everybody's mindset, if you will. The way that Linda Carter, captured my heart and soul as a child, she changed my life. I want children of today to have that relationship with Gal Gadot. I want them to love Wonder Woman. I want them to know who she is. For most of the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s, Wonder Woman has pretty much taken the back seat in a lot because, it's been discussed many times. There's been how many people play Batman and how many people play Superman. We really had just Linda Carter and now Gal Gadot. There have been attempts made, but they've just never really taken off. So this truly is an extraordinary time to be a Wonder Woman fan. Not so great for your wallet, but that's a whole other video. If you saw Batman v Superman in the theaters and you didn't enjoy it, I do highly recommend that you check out the Ultimate Edition that was released on home video. It really fills in a lot of holes in the story, and it makes the whole thing make more sense. It's 3 hours long, but it feels like 20 minutes when I watch it because I'm always so excited watching it. In the 2 trailers that we have seen for Gal's solo Wonder Woman movie, we've seen a lot of really cool footage. I love that Wonder Woman's lasso lights up when she uses it. That's awesome. That's something I've always wanted to see in a live-action format, so I'm really happy they're doing that. We've already learned that she does not have her invisible jet. I'm okay with that. Since 1987, Wonder Woman's been able to fly. She hasn't needed an invisible jet. It's a nice nod back to the past, to her original comic book, but it's not a necessity for me to have that. I know a lot of fans want to know if she's going to spin around like Linda Carter does to transform. To be honest, I'm kind of hoping she doesn't. I think that in order for this to stand on its own 2 legs, it needs to, other than just being Wonder Woman, it needs to be a little bit separate from that. That was always the highlight of the Linda Carter show. You knew when she slipped away and she was going to change into Wonder Woman. It was so exciting. I don't know if I need to see that. I mean, if they put it in the movie, I'd be happy, but I'm not going to be upset if it's not. And in terms of villains in the Wonder Woman movie, it looks like we're getting Dr. Poison. That's who that woman, that's got the plate on her face. It looks like that's her. I hope it is her. She was Wonder Woman's first costumed villain. As much as I would love to see the cheetah, Dr. Poison deserves that honor, and I hope she gets it. And the male villain, all the stories I'm reading, it sounds like it's Ares, but I guess we'll find out, won't we? And in terms of supporting cast, I have to say I'm thrilled that Steve Trevor and Etta Candy are in the film. They've been with Wonder Woman since the very beginning, and in my opinion, they've always been her strongest supporting cast members. Well, there you go. That's a wrap. I hope you guys enjoyed watching these videos of my collection. I really enjoyed sharing it with you. Be sure to give it a thumbs up and be sure to follow me on Instagram. I'll try to make more videos when I can. And as always, if you didn't like these videos,